Hello everyone, I'm Thinking Tree, and today I came to you with another new interesting topic. So I was thinking, what should I do? And I have one idea, and I think that topic is very interesting, which is quadratic equation and quadratic formula. So I'm going to divide this part into three parts. So this is first part. In first part, I'm going to explain what is quadratic equation and how to prove quadratic formula. And the second part will be how to find two roots of an equation without using quadratic formula. And the last part will be why do we have to learn quadratic formula even though we know how to find the roots of an equation without using quadratic formula. So first, basically quadratic equation looks like this: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is basic quadratic equation, it's basic form. And so for example, when I say like x squared plus 2x equals 3, then I can change this to like x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 0. That means a equals 1 here, and b equals 2 here, and c equals negative 3, like this. So now I'm going to explain what is quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is, this is very hard to memorize, and I saw some people forgetting it, so I'm proving it. When you prove it, I think it's very easy to memorize. So quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is basic quadratic formula, and you use this to find the roots of an equation. So for example, when I say x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0, then I can factor this by doing this, because this and this is same as each other, because it will basically just look like this, and when I times x, is this plus x, like this, plus x plus 1 equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. That means since this has to be 0, then this inside the parentheses, this number also have to be 0, because when I square it, this is 0. So 0 squared is equal to 0. That's why this has to be 0. That means x plus 1 equals 0, and x will be negative 1. Now let's see if this works for this quadratic formula too. That means in here a equals 1, b equals 2, c equals 1. I'm going to plug in this: negative 2 plus or minus square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1 over 2 times 1. That means it's negative 2 plus or minus square root of 0 over 2. Now this, we don't have to write this, so it is the same as negative 1. That means x is equal to negative 1. This and the answer is same. So this is two ways of finding a root of quadratic equation, like as far as I know. And now I'm going to prove this equation. This formula is very easy to, I forgot to put x equals, this is very important. X equals, this formula is very easy to prove, so I'll just follow right now. So what I want to do right now is divide both sides by a, so that I get x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equals 0. Now I want to move this c over a into the right side. Then they will give us x plus b over a x is equal to negative c over a. Now what I want to do right now is add b over 2a squared. And I want to do that because when I do it, I can factorize it. I need to add them on both sides, so they will be equal to each other. Now in this case, when you look at here, a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. In here, a squared is x squared, 2ab is b over ax, and b squared is b over 2a squared. So now I can just factorize it like, you can factor it like this, and I'll just simplify this one too. It is 4a over 4a squared, and negative 4ac plus b squared. I got negative 4ac because I times 4a in denominator and numerator to make common denominators. So now I want to do square root of this on both sides so that I can get x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus 4a squared, it's b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. And I need to do the square root of this, like this. Now I want to change it like x plus 2a over b is equal to plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, because 2a squared is 4a squared, and I can just simplify this into this. And now I will move this to here, so I get x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now we just proved it. Let's see if this is the same. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now we just proved it. Isn't it very easy? Because it's just dividing every side by a. Like I just divide it by a, and then I add b over 2a squared to factor it like this, and then I just square root on every side to get x equals something. And this is how we prove quadratic formula. Now before you watch the next video, I want to explain you very basic Vieta. So it's called Vieta's theorem, and it just basically means that if one root is alpha and another root is beta, that means alpha plus beta equals negative b over a, and alpha times beta is equal to c over a. Now how I got this is by, since one root of an equation is negative b, let's say alpha equals plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now I will say beta is equal to negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, because plus and minus, because there's plus or minus. Now when I add those two, so when I say alpha plus beta, it will be same as negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Since we add this two, we can just cancel out this two, which will give us negative 2b over 2a, which is negative b over a. So this is very basic Vieta, so I think it's very useful to know. And when I times these two, so you need to know that a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. By using this property, I want to times this two. So negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac times negative b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a times 2a. So this is just negative b squared, and then minus square root of b squared minus 4ac squared. So which will give us b squared minus b squared plus 4ac divided by 4a squared, like this, and this will be cancelled out. That will give us c over a. Now we just proved another one too. alpha times beta is C over A. So this two property is very important when we are talking about the next video. So please remember this, and then see you in the next video. So I think next video it might be very interesting because you don't have to memorize this long formula in order to solve a quadratic equation. I think this was it for today, and thank you for watching this video. Then bye bye.